Hi YouTube, welcome back for another one. Today we are watching Sons of Anarchy, Season 1, Episode 2. My name's Christabel and welcome if this is your first time tuning in with me. This is Patreon exclusive footage, so it's going to be at least half a season on Patreon before any of it gets loaded onto YouTube. And I should remain ahead on Patreon by doing that. So yeah. Patreon exclusive footage. So in the previous episode, without doing a full recap because I don't think it's really necessary at this stage, we learned Jax, we learned a few of the characters. There's a stepdad, the Prez, we've got the mum, not feeling her at all. There was the pregnant girlfriend or ex-girlfriend who was a junkie. I'm saying was because it looks like she OD'd. The mum, after finding out that she was shooting up while pregnant and OD'd and was in hospital, went to the hospital, brought her a Bible of all things with a syringe in it filled with dope, heroin, crank, whatever crank is, crank heroin, and she shot that up and it looks like she's ODing and dying in the hospital. I'm assuming she's dead. It looks like the baby might survive, so that's a good thing. But yeah, both the women in his life were trash. It also looks like she's trying to steer his path, if you like. His dad left him some sort of book or history of Sons of Anarchy, and whatever's in that we don't know yet, but she seems a little bit unsettled that he has that and that he's going through it now. And also she didn't like the fact that he was talking about, or the press didn't like the fact that he was talking about putting money elsewhere. So I'm wondering if he wants to branch out and try other things, and it's one of them cases of the family deciding your fate and choosing your path, and yeah, it's one of those ones. So interesting, gritty, violent, drugs, all the things that I was looking forward to in a really crude sort of way. But yeah, so yeah, it looks interesting, looks good. I'm excited to get into this. So yeah, let's go episode 2.
Good shit.
The good shit? Oh, food.
Shit, it's addictive. Turning me a fat bastard.
Terminado sugar, organic flour, no processed shit. Nothing in here. Give it to him.
With hash in them?
Into my room, bud, before 9 a.m. I don't have that room.
Morning, kids. Here with the Niners.
Look at them with their organic ingredients and shit.
Spoke to Leroy and he is...
Drinking Budweiser and talking about the grade of flour and shit.
Spend it wisely, boys. You're a little outside your jurisdiction, aren't you, Hale?
Well, something blows up this close to your town, it would be bad law enforcement not to look.
Yeah, because you're probably not sharing information.
Rodrigo Carpio? No. Found him in the debris bay.
This guy has just been in so many movies that I can't mention. What's the one when he's in prison and his son's outside prison
That's a warrant.
and he's trying to show his son a new way? She's sweating on this package, that's what I'm saying. So it's like there's really something to hide, something to discover.
Both of them? Oh yeah. Kind of a chocolate tooth thing. Tell me one of them doesn't have a belly full of tibby juice.
Bread they love, though.
Are you kidding?
Tom shit, and you were in the DNA database. Forensics team gets a hold of those bodies.
I'll go pull them out of there. I'll gut them dead bitches. I'll flush their bellies with bleach.
What kind of nasty shit did your mama do to you? What do you mean?
What's wrong with you? You're eating and gutting and talking, and some people have just got the stomach for it.
Holy shit.
Too late.
Jesus Christ.
It's like that would have been the first priority if you was talking about clean up, you know? Jeez.
This uptight piece of shit is gonna make our lives miserable.
That's not my problem, bro.
Do you understand?
I'm dying.
There's nothing I can do about it.
What do you want from me, bro?
Wife, they're making me step down.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
You want him to keep working? Fucking hell, these people.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
This doesn't mean we can't keep our business arrangement.
What's that?
Me and you, we had a good thing going for a lot of years. We need each other.
How are you going to be useful to him?
Yes, we do.
You know, I took a ride out to the streams today. Saw that warehouse that burned down.
Outside your jurisdiction, ain't it?
That's a weird comment to make.
Chief Unser's retiring at the end of this month. I'll be stepping into those shoes.
Okay.
Unser's always had a look the other way policy with the Sons of Anarchy.
Unser's a lazy drunk.
I will not look the other way, Jax.
It's a new day.
Just a friendly heads up.
We're all free men.
There's a new sheriff in town. And I don't yet know his name. But I like that. A cop is meant to be a cop. Yeah? Ethics. Yeah? Okay. So, yeah. I got my daddy's legacy. I'm me. New day's dawning. I ain't looking the other way.
Yeah, all his vitals are.
Define okay.
I'm taking her through sedated detox. She'll be out in a couple days. Me too.
She's gonna be okay.
No, I filed over.
She's
here.
alive.
She got clean about 10 months
Jeez.
back. Tried to reconcile. Didn't work out too well.
Wow, surprised she ain't got brain damage and all that from the convulsions that she was having.
Yeah.
But the mum, you know, as
Yeah,
bad a mum as the pregnant woman is, to get pregnant and be shooting up whilst pregnant, I appreciate addiction. The sober woman has no such excuse. She's just evil. And what she's doing is also determining the future of her grandchild, and she has no bloody business doing that. That's not her place. So yeah, I don't like her. She's like a mother in a Martina Cole book. And if you haven't read one of those, do.
Make it through this, baby.
He doesn't want to have to go back to the work, but he's got that thing where he feels he has to provide, whether it's by hook or by crook.
Why don't you quit whining, grow a dick, and take care of your business?
He's trying to stay out of jail and keep his wife.
Hey. What if I could do this without spilling blood?
Why don't you just like go back and incinerate the bodies or something?
Look, this isn't me tripping some guilt shit because of my kid. This is about one of us thinking straight. Brains before bullets, right?
Yeah, dummies.
Path of least resistance always best, right?
Jeez. And, you know,
Your way,
just
VP.
take another life. You always want to avoid having to take someone's life, you know, whether they're a scumbag or
Don't
not.
make me regret this.
Murder's murder. These guys just want to catch bodies.
Yeah, we do.
But when they get these bodies, ain't they then going to want to identify them and then realise that they're already buried or accounted for bodies, and then have a other whole can of worms to deal with? Or am I just overthinking it? He's going to disappear.
Are you serious? Dude, that guy burns dead bodies. He creeps the shit out of me.
I know.
Forever it.
We need Skeeter
Listen,
to do us
yeah.
good deed. The only thing he wants in return is the hand of beautiful Emily Unka.
I'm not some whore.
Brethren, if you do this, you are.
Yeah.
Cross my heart. I need you, Emily.
You like him so much that you're gonna fuck another guy. Crematorium Chris, I'm gonna call him. This girl's body is a bit bashed up, mate. I don't know what's going on here, but she ain't as pepper as you lot are making out. And then you're gonna shag the crematorium guy. Dude.
Yeah. I heard about Wendy. Very very sad. I can't say I'm surprised.
Guess you wouldn't be.
Something on your mind?
No. Something weighing on yours?
Junkie tell you something?
You still think you can just say or do anything you want this time, don't you? Everything comes around, Jim, and no one is untouchable.
Oh, these two girls. Why don't you face each other at the same time? One goes so, one goes so.
Cops run those bogus plates, they can search that SUV from top to bottom. We got 2 dead bodies in there.
Drive off fast or something. Don't shoot the cop.
We'll never get away knowing this piece of shit.
Yeah, that is something that you can't undo. Don't open Pandora's box.
Jesus Christ! Hey! Hey! Get back here! Come on, Biggie! Come on.
What a clown. Really? You don't get to discharge a weapon for being a prick and an idiot, alright? Shit. You got outplayed, outfoxed. Dick.
Little more. Oh! Good.
Fudge.
Oh, that city's nasty.
I'm not sure about this plan, mate. Oh
Make it
my.
look real. You ain't icing the cake, prospect. It's a crime scene.
That's not making it look real. Blood doesn't do that. It drops, it splatters, it sprays, it... You've done enough. You really don't need... This is so bad. You don't even need all of that because they're going to look at this. It took 2 seconds. Coroner will be like, okay, type... Oh, give me the break. Look at the blood splatter. Like, you're going to have blood all in his head, but no bullet hole there or embalm fluid coming out of... Oh, it's so bad. But I understand why they're doing it, but...
Good. Wait a minute. See what I see? That's that douchebag that cut us off.
Well, look, that douchebag knew who they were when they cut him off. Don't just tell me it's a regular old guy.
Long night, brother.
Yo, pass me one of those Hostess thumb dicks.
He loves to beat. He loves to pound. Do appreciate that. Wow. Okay. Thought it was robbing the stall, but just the CCTV. Jax, you're gonna end up with a body that you didn't. Oh, there's an axe.
You okay, Jackie boy? Holy shit.
Probably the last time they'll use on some trucking to transport that precious cargo.
What are you
Yeah.
doing, Clay?
Think about it now.
Good cop on the job.
That's it. There is a thing I have to say. Yeah,
Step down.
you can't expect him
Let us rebuild.
to have your back.
Yeah, well, Mike.
And your brother's, your son rather, is going to be all in his ass. Sorry, you can't have it both ways.
We can't take your checks anymore. The last 2 bounced.
Are you going to help her? You just stood in line and let her take things out of her basket, you bitch. Oh, you bought them separately. You saviour. Just go up to her and slip her a 20.
We don't need any more cheating.
Sam Crow is not the enemy. It's the glue. The one thing that will always be there to pull you through the ugly shit. Gotta stop fighting
What
us,
sons
Donna.
and what
Only
Sam
us.
Crow? What are the levels here?
I married Ruby. I didn't marry the club. You have no idea what I need.
You better speak to Opie then, because he can't make an executive decision.
Come. Bring the kids. You might actually have a good time. Don't say anything else. My Martha Stewart's wearing real thin.
Yeah. How would these two girls still be in a hole, man? Just get a coroner's van out there, but I suppose you need to work the scene. But, cool, blimey, mate. If that was your relative and you've heard that happened and you got the ism and the schisms, you're like, how long were they sitting out there? And when did you find out? It's like, no.
Future and I'm sure there's nothing much.
She's sweating.
I'd love to read it.
What is she waiting?
He's a real good writer.
What does she
Always had
know?
a knack for it. You know, I'm the one who bought him that old Selectric.
He's walking with that, like, this is blanky. Walk with it, because she's after it. She's got no manners. It's a grown-ass man. Life is hard, like, clean, straight life, and it's not happy. You're strained, there's no communication, there's no love, there's no tenderness there. And look at all these crooked as fuck, and the table's just live, everyone's just merry, eating, plate full. Life isn't fair. Quite a sweet boy when he's not knocking faces in and stuff, and he seems like he really loves his mammy. Oh, that was a good second episode. It's giving me a little bit more character development, showing me who's doing what and who sits with who, in terms of loyalties and stuff. It seems that the retiring deputy, the retiring sheriff, is or has no loyalty to his own son, or his financial gains or his community ties are more important than his ties and his promise to his son. So it's going to be interesting to see how that develops, but it was quite treacherous of him to extend his contract for another 6 months. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. I'm going to catch up on the next episode, do my review then. So if you've enjoyed, please like, subscribe, comment, or just come back and catch me on the next one. Peace and love.